this video I will show you late version of A-18C Hornet. Twin-engine multi-role fighter that has excellent maneuverability and surprisingly good acceleration. It can carry up to 10 Abrams, max of 6 Sidewinders and some air-to-ground ordnance options, though there are only 2 types of guided weaponry. In the first part of this video I will focus on air battles, and this is what Hornet is capable of. 120 on Typhoon. Severe damage. Starting from air-to-air missiles, there is no surprise. AIM-120 are still the best you can get, there is no real competition. Combine this with good radar and it makes Hornet a significant threat to the enemy aircraft. Enemies flying at low altitude can be easily suppressed. Additionally, Hornet has excellent control authority, which allows you to easily avoid missiles close to the ground level and pull off insane maneuvers. In a dogfight, FA-18 has no problems trying to keep up even with Rafale. When Hornet sits on someone's tail, it's generally over for him. If that's not enough for you, there's an option to push this aircraft even more by turning off G-limiter. There is one thing that particularly amazed me. Look how agile this aircraft is. That's perfect vehicle for lone moving meta, but not without flaws. To fully utilize this aircraft potential, you need to be close to the enemy, and good luck with that at top tier. What I showed you before was how Hornet lived up to my expectations, but honestly, not everything went that smoothly. I played quite late into the update and still, I was welcomed with radar getting stuck in memory mode, missiles not locking on targets, or radar going silent after launching missiles. But hey, at least I got air-to-ground version of AIM-120, so I cannot complain. Leaving bugs aside, I have to disappoint you. Cobra Baton is a gimmick. I haven't survived a single duel using it. It's essentially delaying inevitable as you bleed energy and cannot even fight back, as AIM-9M have problems at this angle of attack and slow speed. You would be better with using AIM-120, I'm not joking. If only you could lock them. Alright, it's time to look at the new weapon, AIM-7P Sparrow, where the only difference from AIM-7M is the letter. I had absolutely no idea how to use Sparrows at top tier, so I was spamming them hoping that it will deter enemy aircraft from flying high. With a great success, cause not a single missile flew close to my aircraft. It's possible to get kills with Sparrows when enemy gives up and flies straight into missile. But the expected outcome is that Sparrow misses the target. I tried to put blame on myself, but how can you shoot down anything with missiles that cannot decide which target to pick? And cherry on top, Sparrows turn like shit. These are the reasons I hate Sparrows. I exchanged them for more Sidewinders. You can read in stat card that AIM-9M is all-aspect missile, but it's all lies. The amount of times I got killed while launching it on head-on, or trying to launch it, is embarrassing. Fuck. shit! When it was the enemy that launched Sidewinder, I also was dead. Top tier battles were pure chaos. I tried to keep my head low, but it didn't always work. Somehow enemies could always track me to the ground level, and this particularly annoyed me, even in the vehicle designed for avoiding missiles. After surviving initial onslaught, I did everything I could to punish space climbers. Later I've got tired of low moving and tried the most stupid thing imaginable. Beyond visual range combat in Hornet that is much slower vehicle than Typhoon or F-15. Especially considering that I had broken radar, losing targets. The results were mixed, but I stayed alive surprisingly long enough to shoot anything down. Maximum effective launch range for M120 was around 30 kilometers. Spamming missiles wasn't as effective like on the other more powerful platforms. It was better to focus on single target and hold it on a radar. At the end of this section I will quickly show statistics from recording. During 72 battles I shot down 72 aircraft, dying 63 times, which gives KD ratio of 1.14. We don't know yet if it's good or bad, cause there is nothing to compare yet, but I expected it to be a bit higher. It's probably caused by the fact that Hornet needs to get into maneuver fight to show its strength, and when it eventually does, it's impossible not to get shot in the ass by third party. Aircraft is really fun to fly, but it gets gradually more frustrating as more enemies start diving on you. Due to this fact, I cannot recommend getting Hornet solely for air battles, but for ground battles it's a whole other story. It's one of the better aircraft for this game mode. Of course, it's not like Su-34, press spacebar 6 times to win, but it has its own charm. Let's take a look at air-to-ground weaponry, starting from Mavericks. Maverick out! There you are. You can take up to 4 missiles, but I went for a more versatile loadout, 2 Mavericks and 4 laser-guided bombs. Mavericks have no issues with locking targets, especially with lightning targeting pod equipped, excluding occasional friendly aircraft flyby stealing lock-on. Though you need to remember that not every launch guarantees kill. Sometimes these missiles won't deal any damage, and they can be easily fooled by smoke grenades. But what about maximum range? I had a chance to try out Maverick in 1v1 duel against Panzer, and maximum lock range I could get was around 14 kilometers. Maverick was on an optimal course towards Panzer, but it got struck by its missile and deviated from the target. I had another Maverick ready for this eventuality and launched it from sub 9 kilometer range. This time shooting it down was problematic. After taking down Panzer, you should never let your guard down, cause there might be another air defense waiting for you. It doesn't need to be Panzer, which is the most deadly air defense system in a game, but rather infrared homing missile launchers that give no warning. It surprised me how often I got shot down by these. Strela. And while defending, take care as you can snap wings in a Hornet, though pulling 15G is overkill. Coming back to air-to-ground ordnance, laser-guided bombs come in two variants: 500 pound LJ dam and 2000 pound paveway. S1, the right spawn. These bombs have identical guidance system and there's an option to use them as GPS bombs, though I don't see any reason why would I. Smaller LJ dam has 80 kilograms of explosive material. It's ideal for precision strikes on stationary targets. Let's go with LJ dam. It requires careful aiming, and sometimes direct hit on tank's roof is not enough. But I could praise LJ dam for high accuracy and good flight performance, although they fall a bit slower than paveways. And if I mention paveways, instead of 8 LJ dams you can take 4 paveways for added explosive mass and reliability. Panzer will fuck me up. Yeah, with bigger bomb you don't need to worry about accuracy, just drop it roughly where the enemy is with some lead. After dropping bombs I would be a sitting duck, but not in Hornet. Outplaying Panzer was never so easy. Downward spiral and countermeasures confused missiles. It's insane how versatile this aircraft is. You can swiftly transition from destroying ground targets to shooting down enemy aircraft. There is even possibility to engage both targets simultaneously, but I suck at multitasking and wasn't able to hold lock. Too early? What the fuck? Okay, we've got 3 GPUs. This time I get you. Bombs away. Yeah! Time to move my laser marker somewhere around here. Okay. Oh no, I got hit. It's flying so long. Yeah. Sometimes when I obliterate enemies from above, they instantly hop into SPAA to f*** me up. Usually before that happened I could take down at least 2 or 3 targets unbothered. Yeah. When enemy aircraft appear, they are screwed cause Hornet is a hard counter to anything that flies. You can always take 2 AIM-120s and Sidewinders without sacrificing on air-to-ground loadout. It perfectly fills the gap where NATO air defense is currently lacking. So when you want to clear the skies, FA-18 is an obvious solution. Okay. Oh,